Okay, so in week, what am I saying? Week 10, next week, we're preparing for the final. So I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, where each hour group goes in a half-hour slot. So yours will be at 12 o'clock on week 11, on Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday morning. Yeah, I have 11, 11:30, then 12. So you guys will be 12 to 12:30. And the song that we're going to do next week for this hour is going to be The Way You Look Tonight. So that was from week 4.
Michael Bublé?
Yeah, so, we'll just do kind of a generalized bossa kind of feel to that. So next week we'll do The Way You Look Tonight. Be aware, if you talk to your fellow students, I am doing different songs for each hour, depending on what your attendance and grades were and whatever. But this hour we're doing The Way You Look Tonight. Oh! Take this into account. So, yeah, Jesse is doing the first hour. And I'll have him do it. Because it's a different song. I want to stretch you guys out of this. We'll talk about it next week, but I think, well, actually, if you did the, it's on Jesse, because that would be 2 different songs for him. Because the previous hour is also doing the same song. And the first hour is doing the Esperanza Bowling song. So either way, you'll be doing this one. Okay, are we ready? Something like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and.
Just all cue and then.
Yeah, I want you to cue that.
And then I'll slide down and then we'll do on cue.
So that's open on the downbeat, right? The hi-hat? Can you get that?
Yeah. I mean.
No. Yeah, a little bit more open. Like this. This goes down. So you can hear it close on two.
Open it for the whole note.
No, I mean the end. So you hear it close on the end. So that open on it and then closed on the end. That's just a very characteristic part of the intro.
So open for the whole note.
Chord notes here. Two, three, four, and, right? Yeah. Can I hear bar 61? Loop bar 61 is just like basically one time through this riff, but I want to hear guitar, bass, and drums all together. Bar 61, we just loop it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you guys got the change in the riff there, but what's throughout the song, whenever we have that, the 16th note is not quite agreeing. And he's not playing 16th notes, he's playing 8th notes. So we've got to kind of imagine that something is going ticka 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 ticka. We've got to really feel that 16. Can I hear where like the letter letter B. We'll just loop that 15 and 16. And you can play as well. Right. So guitar, bass, and drums, just the letter B. And so I want to really lock the 16th. Like imagine there's a 16th hi-hat going through this. You got to lock into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. As if he were playing 60s on the hi-hat and not 8th. It's got to be really locked in there. And then, can I hear letter A, guitar, bass, and drums? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the same thing applies, but I think you're getting it now. Now you're listening to that. Overall, this sounds a little muddy, and part of it is probably because you're in the drive channel of this amp. Let me show you. So if you make sure the level is down, but punch this all the way up. Channel 2 in these is so dark it's hard to work with.
Yeah, that is, but
But
leave it. Use for my solo.
well, you can always use the volume knob too, because you decide what you want to do. But if you have this set to kind of the solo volume and then ride the volume knob, it actually cleans up the definition of that rhythm part a little bit more. In a lot of guitars, if you just go from like 10 to 9, it actually so maybe I'll stay with that. I love the organ on it. Come down that a little bit. Level
Down or up?
down.
Down.
It was a little high in the main. But I love the for this. I think it's great. So mostly pretty good. I mean, you was kind of there. It seems like you learned it. So now we just need that rhythm, right? I want you to think about the rhythm and the sound more than really the meaning of the words. The words are silly, right? But it's really about the attitude and it's about the rhythm and the sound. Right? Okay, here we go again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and.
Never made it, was a
ending, when we hit that fermata, Kai, why don't you cut that off? Everybody hold that, and then have the drums cut it off, or something like that. You know, just to give it a real concise feel to the ending. With the organ sound, you can actually sustain things a little bit more, especially on that ending vamp. You know, and that the sound of the organ sustaining is that really nice kind of. I don't know. This is one of the things we love about that sound, right? So it doesn't have to be quite so choppy. There's a fine line sometimes between being really rhythmic and then just letting the intensity of that sound kind of dig in. And I was kind of missing that other thing a little bit more there. Shoeing, I thought this was really good. Yeah, and you learned it well. I know there's a lot of words in this short place, right? In small places, but I feel like you kind of got the sound and the attitude of this. And when you get to that chorus, that walk this way, right? That doesn't need to be pretty, right? So I feel like you were kind of holding back on it a little bit, and then you can just kind of let it go, and that's when it got better. Is when you just kind of let that be, you know, just let that be all attitude. Like I said, that's not pretty. So there's no point in trying to get that there. Can we do it one more time? There we go. Let's make sure it doesn't drag. I'm not going to blame this on Kai. I don't think it was you. I think it was just collectively. It just kind of started coming back just a little bit. See if we can keep this nice and punchy here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I need a
doing? Good job with this. Chicago, you ready to go?
Yeah. Yes.
Can I hear, while Chicago's getting settled in here, can I hear keys, bass, and drums at letter A? I just want to hear how all of this is locking in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. So you are actually pulling that back a little bit when you come in, tempo-wise.
Yeah.
You're coming to the back side of that. You can stay right on top.
It just feels really slow.
Feels really slow.
Yeah.
This is kind of the tempo of the song.
Feels like a few clicks faster. That feels too fast. It's like a tweak. Split the difference, yeah. Is this me though? I mean, I don't know.
Well, no, you.
I was listening to live versions earlier.
It actually felt to me like you were pulling it back when you came in.
Well, maybe I was, but maybe it's because it feels really slow to me. This seems faster than we've been playing. By a lot.
Okay. It's a couple clicks slow. Okay, here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
All the time, sacrifice.
Oh, so when you're, so you're soloing at, Kellen, you're soloing at 55, 56, 57, 58, right?
Yeah.
And then you change keys and go into another solo.
Yeah.
So, this may seem like like I'm really nitpicking here, but this I think will make a big difference. Can I get that A on beat 4?
You want me to, like, solo over here?
No, I want you to hit that chord.
Oh, okay.
So, because what that does is it gives a definition with the key change.
Okay.
Like I feel like we kind of have a run-on sentence with the soloing,
Yeah.
and I need that punctuation mark in the middle.
Okay.
So you're C, ba, and then you're in the other key.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe you hit that A chord, and that means you take a beat or two before you come in on the E, which is exactly what Joe Perry does.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, he doesn't just come in, right? You know, just transition over. So can we try that real quick? Like at 55, and then once we're into 59 or whatever, I'll cut you off. But I just want to practice that once.
Yeah.
Ready? 55. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a big power chord A.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's punching that, right?
Okay.
Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll feel that a little bit more naturally as we go. But
Yeah.
to me, that makes a big difference.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just kind of like a punctuation mark that has to be there. Otherwise, it just kind of, I don't get that change of section.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's a lot of words in a short space. And Kellen wants this at this tempo. So you need to dig into the rhythm of this a little bit more. And so, don't think about the meaning of the lyrics. They're really silly, right? Think about where certain things have to be at certain parts of the group. Right? It's just got to be all rhythm. And as much as you can dig into the rhythm, like this. It's always like this, right? There's a rhythmic thing to that. Yeah. Every single time. I mean, we could go through the lyrics, but that's one in particular. It goes with the little drum thing, you know. That's got a lot of it. So it's really all about the rhythm. And like I was telling her, when you get to that chorus, wow, this, just yell it. Don't look for that to be pretty. It's not. Right? Don't be shy on that. Just, what's that?
Sing the shout.
Yeah, just like the first couple of times I could see this look in your face, like oh, and then you just kind of yelled it a couple of times, and it was actually better. So that's just, this way, it's all attitude. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. No, wait, is that the tempo? 1, 2.
It's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cause the best
saw that, yeah, like this is a downbeat, right?
Yeah.
Like this. That's the one that I was trying to get to.
Like the.
Yeah, you got to feel where that is rhythmically. So this one got a little bit more dialed in as we went. I felt like toward the end of it, you were kind of feeling the groove a little bit more, but it didn't start that way. So we've got to come right in from the very beginning, just feeling that same groove, right? One more time, please. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 12:30, no, 12, I'm sorry, 12. I'll remind everybody next week.
Are these your charts? Come on, next week at 12?
No. Next week is just regular class, but your final is at 12 on week 11 in this room. But next week is just regular class time. We're doing the way we saw it.
我要去 office 那给那个 form 签名字。我们现在是没有签。现在还没签。我也还没签。但他得打印下来对吧？就是说。对，应该是。Thank you, see you. 这是我最后一首啊，我的歌嘞。突然觉得，他妈就这首。